comprehensive lecture on behaviorist, cognitive, and humanistic approaches to personality and therapy. Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the IS Companion. Today, we will embark on a comprehensive exploration of three significant approaches to personality in psychology: the behaviorist, cognitive, and humanistic approaches. Each of these perspectives offers a unique lens through which to understand human behavior and personality development. Additionally, we will delve into the therapeutic techniques derived from these approaches, examining how they are applied in clinical settings to promote mental health and well being. 1. Behaviorist approach to personality and therapy. A. Core principles of the behaviorist approach. The behaviorist approach, rooted in the works of pioneers like John B. Watson, B. F. Skinner, and Ivan Pavlov, emphasizes that personality is a result of learned behaviors. According to this perspective, all behaviors are acquired through conditioning and are shaped by environmental factors. Personality as conditioned responses. Personality is viewed as a collection of conditioned responses that have been reinforced over time. Behaviorists argue that behaviors can be learned, unlearned, and relearned depending on the environmental contingencies. Reinforcement and punishment. The key mechanisms of learning in behaviorism are reinforcement, which increases the likelihood of a behavior being repeated, and punishment, which decreases the likelihood of a behavior being repeated. Environmental determinism. The behaviorist approach posits that external environmental factors, rather than internal thoughts or feelings, are the primary determinants of behavior. Shaping and chaining. Complex behaviors are acquired through processes like shaping, reinforcing successive approximations of a behavior, and chaining, linking together simple behaviors to form a complex sequence. B. Key experiments and evidence. Several landmark experiments illustrate the principles of the behaviorist approach. Pavlov's classical conditioning. Ivan Pavlov's experiments with dogs demonstrated that a neutral stimulus, example, a bell, could become associated with an unconditioned stimulus, example, food, to produce a conditioned response, example, salivation. Watson's Little Albert experiment. John B. Watson conditioned a young boy named Albert to fear a white rat by pairing the rat with a loud, frightening noise, demonstrating how emotions can be conditioned. Skinner's operant conditioning. B. F. Skinner's work with animals, including his famous Skinner box experiments, showed how behaviors could be shaped through reinforcement and punishment, laying the foundation for operant conditioning. C. Behavior therapy techniques. The behaviorist approach has given rise to several therapeutic techniques, collectively known as behavior therapy. These techniques are based on the principles of conditioning and are designed to modify maladaptive behaviors. Techniques based on operant conditioning. Response shaping, reinforcing successive steps towards a desired behavior. Token economy, a system where patients earn tokens for displaying desired behaviors, which can be exchanged for rewards. Extinction, gradually reducing a behavior by removing reinforcement. Techniques based on classical conditioning. Systematic desensitization, gradually exposing a patient to a feared stimulus while teaching relaxation techniques. Aversion therapy, pairing an undesirable behavior with an unpleasant stimulus to discourage the behavior. Techniques based on observational learning. Modeling, learning new behaviors by observing and imitating others. D. Critical evaluation. Strengths. Provides a clear and measurable framework for understanding behavior. Has been highly effective in developing behavioral therapies for various psychological disorders. Emphasizes the role of the environment in shaping behavior, which is crucial for understanding and modifying maladaptive behaviors. Limitations. Overlooks the importance of internal cognitive processes. cannot fully explain complex human behaviors, such as creativity or self directed change, that occur without reinforcement. Criticized for its deterministic view, which may neglect individual agency and free will. 2. Cognitive approach to personality and therapy. A. Core principles of the cognitive approach. The cognitive approach, championed by theorists like Albert Bandura, Aaron Beck, and Albert Ellis, emphasizes the role of mental processes in shaping personality and behavior. This approach asserts that how we perceive, think, and interpret the world around us significantly influences our actions and emotions. Cognition and behavior. The cognitive approach argues that thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions play a central role in determining behavior. Unlike behaviorism, which focuses on external stimuli, cognitive psychology examines the internal processes that mediate between stimulus and response. Cognitive mediation. Cognitive processes such as expectations, beliefs, and attitudes act as mediators between stimuli and responses. These cognitive factors can influence how individuals respond to different situations. Bandura's social cognitive theory. Albert Bandura introduced the concept of reciprocal determinism, where behavior, personal factors, and environmental influences all interact. He also emphasized the role of observational learning, where individuals learn behaviors by observing others rather than solely through direct reinforcement. Locus of control. Julian Rotter's concept of locus of control differentiates between individuals who believe they have control over their environment, internal locus, and those who believe their environment controls them, external locus. This concept plays a crucial role in understanding personality and behavior. B. Cognitive therapy techniques. Cognitive therapy focuses on changing maladaptive thought patterns that contribute to psychological distress. Several cognitive therapy techniques have been developed, each addressing different aspects of cognitive processing. Rational Emotive Behavior Therapy, REBT, developed by Albert Ellis. REBT focuses on identifying and challenging irrational beliefs that lead to emotional and behavioral problems. The goal is to replace these beliefs with more rational, adaptive thoughts. Cognitive Therapy, CT, by Aaron Beck. Beck's cognitive therapy is aimed at changing distorted thinking patterns, particularly in individuals with depression. Techniques such as cognitive restructuring help patients identify and challenge negative thoughts, leading to more positive emotions and behaviors. Cognitive Behavioral Therapy, CBT. CBT combines cognitive and behavioral techniques to address both the thoughts and behaviors that contribute to psychological problems. It is widely used to treat a variety of disorders, including anxiety, depression, and phobias. Self-instructional training. Developed by Donald Machenbaum, this technique involves teaching individuals to talk themselves through challenging situations, helping them to manage their behavior and emotions more effectively. C. Critical evaluation of cognitive approach. Strengths. Addresses the role of thoughts and beliefs in influencing behavior, providing a more comprehensive understanding of human functioning. Cognitive therapies have been empirically supported and are effective in treating a wide range of psychological disorders. Emphasizes the importance of internal processes, offering a more balanced view compared to behaviorism. Limitations. May be too focused on rational thinking, potentially overlooking the role of emotions and unconscious processes. Cognitive theories may not fully account for the complexity of human behavior in social contexts. Some critics argue that it may oversimplify the relationship between thoughts and behavior. 3. Humanistic approach to personality and therapy. A. Core principles of the humanistic approach. The humanistic approach, associated with theorists like Carl Rogers, Abraham Maslow, and Gordon Allport, focuses on the inherent goodness of people and their natural tendency towards growth and self-actualization. Focus on individual experience. Humanistic psychology emphasizes the importance of subjective experience and the belief that each person's experience is unique. Self-actualization. Abraham Maslow introduced the concept of self-actualization, which refers to the process of realizing one's full potential. According to Maslow, self-actualization is the highest level of psychological development, achieved only after basic needs are met. Rogers' person-centered theory. Carl Rogers emphasized the importance of the self-concept and the need for unconditional positive regard in fostering personal growth. He argued that individuals have an inherent tendency towards self-actualization but require an environment of acceptance and empathy to fully develop. Holistic view of personality. Humanistic psychology takes a holistic approach, considering the person as a whole rather than focusing on individual traits or behaviors. B. Humanistic therapy techniques. Humanistic therapy, also known as client-centered or person-centered therapy, is based on the principles of the humanistic approach. It focuses on creating a supportive environment where clients can explore their feelings and experiences without judgment. Client-centered therapy. Carl Rogers developed client-centered therapy, which emphasizes the importance of creating a non-judgmental, empathetic, and accepting environment. The therapist acts as a facilitator, helping the client explore their feelings and develop self-awareness. Key techniques include active listening, reflection, and providing unconditional positive regard. Gestalt therapy. Developed by Fritz Perls, Gestalt therapy emphasizes awareness and integration of thoughts, feelings, and actions. It encourages clients to focus on the present moment and take responsibility for their experiences. Techniques include role-playing, the empty chair technique, and exploring unfinished business. Existential therapy. Existential therapy focuses on helping individuals find meaning and purpose in life. It addresses existential concerns such as death, freedom, isolation, and meaninglessness. The therapist helps clients explore these issues and develop a sense of personal responsibility and authenticity. C. Critical evaluation of humanistic approach. Strengths. Offers a positive and holistic view of human nature, focusing on growth and self-actualization. Emphasizes the importance of subjective experience and individual uniqueness, which is often overlooked in other approaches. Humanistic therapies have been praised for their empathetic and client-centered nature, fostering a supportive therapeutic environment. Limitations. Lacks empirical support and is often criticized for being too idealistic and difficult to test scientifically. May not be as effective in treating severe psychological disorders compared to more structured approaches like CBT. The focus on individual experience may neglect broader social and cultural factors that influence personality and behavior. In summary, the behaviorist, cognitive, and humanistic approaches each provide valuable insights into the nature of personality and the development of therapeutic techniques. The behaviorist approach emphasizes the role of environmental factors and conditioning in shaping behavior, while the cognitive approach highlights the importance of internal thought processes. The humanistic approach, on the other hand, focuses on the inherent potential for growth and self-actualization within each individual. Each approach has its strengths and limitations, and modern psychological practice often integrates elements from all three perspectives to provide a more comprehensive understanding of human behavior and to develop effective therapeutic interventions. Thank you for your attention. Follow us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/iscompanion.